y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Talks with Tone and Teena on this lovely, lovely Tuesday at 8-ish p.m. Thank y'all for joining us again. If you missed last week's episode, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, Talks with Tone and Teena on YouTube. Make sure you're liking our page, Talks with Tone and Teena on Facebook. And welcome to IG. This is the first night we're going live on IG. And I don't care, we got 2 or 3 motherfuckers. We still gonna talk to y'all too. So I'm psyched about that. Make sure you like our page on IG, Talks with Tone and Teena. Everything Talks with Tone and Teena. So,
I'm not gonna really be able to see people over on Instagram.
Okay.
My eyesight isn't that great.
I thought you ain't got it pulled up right here?
I'm not pulling up Instagram over here.
Okay, well y'all just gonna have to work with us then, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I left it the other way, but whatever.
Yeah, why not? Why not do it the other way?
Anywho, so
we're gonna try something new. We try something new.
We're gonna get into the first question of the night.
Okay. Well, wait. How was your week? Everything good with you? You still alive? You still pumping, girl? How you doing?
My week was good.
Okay.
No complaints.
Y'all put in the comments how y'all doing too.
I feel like all my days run concurrently, so it does not really matter if it's a Tuesday or a Sunday. All my days run concurrently, so it's
the same old same.
Yeah, basically.
I got you.
Every day is the same.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You look nice, and I'm glad you're here.
Gracias.
Okay, so let's get started.
So our first question of the night is, and wait, I want to speak to everybody. A lot is going on. So our first question of the night is, what is your hidden talent?
That I can sing?
Huh?
That I can sing?
That's your hidden talent?
Yes.
Volume? That's the volume tone.
That's your hidden talent? Yes.
Okay, though. Thank you.
It's like, no, I can't sing worth a motherfucker.
Okay.
Y'all done heard me sing.
Let me speak to who's in here. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, I want to know who's here.
Coach Slaughter's here. He said, what did I miss?
Hey, Coach Slaughter. You haven't missed anything.
Rita is in here.
Rita, welcome back.
Rita said, long time no see, ladies.
I know.
How is y'all doing?
We are great,
Hi,
girl.
Rita. We're doing great. And, of course, we missed you so dearly.
For all the drama that you used to put in the comments, girl. Welcome back.
We missed you a lot. During your absence, I know you've been taking care of your baby, so we understand all of that.
Yeah, tell the kiddies we said
Mayor
hey, girl.
PDD, no bonnets allowed. PDD is in here.
What's up, PD? Hopefully it go better for you this time, nigga.
William Proctor's in here.
What? Hey, Will.
Tracy B is in here. And
hey, Brownie.
One of our most loveliest newcomers who's very supportive of us, Candace Nashay.
Hey, Candace. Yes, Candace is always supportive. And Candace is another to her. She's that motivator girl. I love those types.
She's very positive.
I love those types. Always a kind word. I love it.
Okay, so we can get right into it. So the first question of the night is, what is your hidden talent?
So if
you guys have a hidden talent, please put it in the comments. Hold on. I'm sorry. I think Tempia, that's you over on Instagram.
Okay, Tempia, thank you, girl.
I won't be able to see your comments. Tempia, I can't read that.
But thank you so much for tuning in on Instagram, because we didn't think we was going to have anybody here since we're relatively new. So
I can't see. Is that Thais? Thais is in here.
Hey, Thais.
And Thais, I'm going to definitely share. I can't participate in the jump rope. But I will definitely share it.
Okay, and Thais, you can share it as well. Put it in the comments, girl. Anybody that's willing to jump rope? Anybody that's willing to jump rope with Thais? Thais, put your information in so they can sign up with you, or, however you want to do that. We love to promote the black businesses here. So, yes, everybody, please put your businesses, your hustles, whatever you got going on, put it in the comments, y'all. My hidden talent. People may think my hidden talent is sewing.
Will talk, he ain't got long, so let's move it along. Will, we're going to go with the regular flow of the show. If you got to log off because you on punishment, see ya.
Well, I was about to say, what you got going on? It ain't like you going nowhere tonight.
I don't think he can stay on here long. Lauren is in here.
Oh, your permission slip ain't all the way signed for you?
The wine goddess, Lauren.
Lauren, hey, Lauren. Yes, the wine goddess.
Yes.
I love that. Some people think my hidden talent is sewing, but I don't feel like that's hidden. I think everybody know I sew. I think my hidden talent is I can make anything pretty. I can make a room pretty. I can make a person pretty. I can make a car. Like, I can decorate. I can wrap gifts. You know, all that type of shit. I can make anything pretty. I think that's my hidden talent.
I honestly, of course, I was going to say, of course, like hair and braiding. Of course, some people, if you're just now getting to know me, you don't know that.
I was about to say, I don't really feel like that's hidden for you.
But if you knew me for over the years, I can do hair really well.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to me.
Mm-hmm. She can.
So that could possibly be a hidden talent. You know, I've done weddings, proms, the bride, the groom. You know, when men was running around thinking they was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Braids stopping right here at the nape.
Tone boyfriend. You know, everybody. I was the go-to.
She was the plug.
So
But
yeah.
would you say that was your hidden talent? Because I feel like everybody know that about you.
Okay, everybody don't. Candace Lachey don't know that.
That's true.
Coach Slaughter don't know that.
That's true.
Lauren don't know that.
Lauren, you knew she could braid, didn't you?
Wilhelmina.
Hey,
Auntie Wilhelmina is in here. She said, "Hey, ladies." Tracy said, "Hidden talent. I used to do nails. I can do full sets, manis, petties, etc."
Wow, Tracy didn't know that.
And Tracy's daughter is an excellent nail tech out of Bowie, and she's one of those that she be booked. So Tracy,
and busy.
If you can put your daughter's information in there, she does like amazing nails.
Please do.
Business.
Everybody's always looking for a black. You know what? Somebody just tagged them. Yes, Tracy, put it in there so I can share it, or send it in my inbox too, because somebody actually just asked for a black.
Lauren said
one of my friends
great.
asked for a black nail tech just today, this morning. And I would
Lauren
love to pass on the info.
Lauren said it's not hidden, but she does decor and make wine.
Okay.
She's the wine goddess. She has a mobile winery.
And I love that. You don't see too many
Is
of
it
those.
in Prince George's County or Charles County, Lauren? Rita said I can cook like a mother. Yes, Rita can cook. I have
Rita, the question is, do you cook like your mother? Because if you do,
yeah,
you can
Ms.
throw
Hill,
the fuck down.
Ms. Hill could cook.
Ms. Hill always
and I have
cook.
you know, I have supported Rita's business and bought dinner from her.
Okay.
And she can't cook.
I didn't know you were selling.
She ain't Shirley, Miss Hill, but she could cook. No, I'm just kidding, Rita. Will said my hidden talent is I sell essence tapes. Slaughter said hidden talent, nobody that would think of me. I can draw. Oh, that's amazing. I feel like that's a gift.
That is.
I feel like being able to draw is in comparison to being able to play an instrument. It's just a gift.
Or singing. It's just something that you're born with.
The topic is, what is your hidden talent? And Tracy has posted her her daughter's link in there. Rita said laughing her ass off that I say she can't cook better than her mama. And Lauren said yes, she's in the DMV and 44 states with her mobile winery.
44 states?
Yes.
So
So
you ain't a small black business. You a large black business.
So not to cut you off, my daughter want that wall in her room. Okay, Rita, well, if your daughter wants this wall in her room, Sue did this wall, so of course you know Sue very well. Mm-hmm. You can just reach out to her. It was kind of like super inexpensive. I have a video up on TikTok where I tell you like how much everything costs, and you also see the wall at blank and then it coming alive the same day that Sue did everything. So if you want that done, I will send you the information. Don Tria is in here, my work daughter.
Hey, niece.
Don Tria, you at work? Why is you on a computer? Why you on your phone?
Girl.
She said y'all look great. Thank you.
Thank you, sis.
And Don Tria, do you have a hidden talent? Don Tria can do hair.
Don Tria can do hair?
I feel like that's a hidden talent.
It is, because I never knew that she could.
She does my son hair from time to time.
Okay, good. So when I'm with you, I can get, okay, girl. You know where I'm going with it.
Oh, she said her and Lachey is watching us. Hi, Lachey.
Hey, Lachey.
And if both of y'all watching the phone, who watching?
Who watching
Jordan
the folks? Who watching the people?
Any type of hidden talent. What can you do, Don Tria? She talking about what type.
No,
what can you do?
I never knew she could do hair, so that definitely is hidden for me, for her.
Yeah. So that's the first question of the night.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to chime in on that, feel free to. We are on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes,
for the first
we are,
time.
girl.
I don't know if somebody's watching on Instagram Live. I can't really tell, but I can't get up there.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you are, welcome.
But I think I don't know if that's I can't tell. I'm sorry, y'all. But I can't see it. Anywho, so we're gonna move on to the next question. Tom, what was your hidden talent? Oh, you said something.
I can make anything pretty.
What that mean? Okay, I'll say one for you.
What?
That you're great at like rapping, and you could.
That's what I said.
You can have like a rapping business during the holidays. Y'all be wasting y'all talents.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said I could make anything pretty. I could decorate a room. I could wrap gifts. Mm-hmm. I could sew. I can decorate anything.
So are you
going to
start your your rapping business this year, around right before Black Friday?
I feel like I am.
I feel like that would be a great idea. Tone him, make it. You know how people.
Girl, I make it look like Macy's girl.
Fancy and pretty or whatever.
Always bows and all. Okay, so y'all wait for my gift wrapping business.
You're going to hell for that. You're going to hell for that one, Dontria.
What?
For her comment, I will not read it.
I will read it later.
I do not.
But the issue, but that's not necessarily true. They recognize that there is an issue there. They just don't want to do anything about it.
But you know, being
saying?
as though I work in the mental health fields and all kinds of people come in and out of my job. Mm-hmm. If you're in a crisis, you can come to my job and stay for 14 days. Mm-hmm. And so there's all kinds of people. It's hood people, if you will, because first of all, a lot of people want to get disability. So you got to go through the proper channels.
Yeah.
You got to go through the proper channels to get disability. A lot of people do have mental health issues, and they may go to the hospital, the emergency room, and just say certain words. Some people were incarcerated and they start getting mental health help there. Mm-hmm. So I think more quote unquote hood N words
than before.
Yeah, I feel like they are.
But not necessarily because if you doing it to get a check, are you taking it seriously?
Yes, Rita, you can come stay for 14 days at my job if we got a bed available. Sometimes we're full, sometimes we're not. And trust me, when it's the person's 14th day, they don't want to go home. But I mean, some people do. I mean, we are in America, so people have used the mental health system as a gateway to make a living. Mm-hmm. You get housing, you get preference on housing, you get a disability check. Mm-hmm. I think they test you to see like if the medication that they prescribed you is in your system and all of that. So it is a come up, if you will. Mm-hmm. But real talk, all the people that come, they need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And they take full advantage.
Yeah, even if you're depressed, you could be like depressed. You could have like seasonal depression or situational depression. That's mental health.
Seasonal depression is a thing?
Seasonal depression is really real.
What, like you get depressed around Christmas?
Different seasons. Yeah, it could be whatever season for whatever reason. It triggers something in you. You may not have family. You may have lost parents. You may have lost a child. So different seasons bring about different emotions.
How important is it to know why you do what you do if you not finna do nothing about it?
What do you mean?
Like,
elaborate.
You always go on because you were a psychology major. You always go on the why or the their childhood traumas did this, that, and the third. Why do we care about? Why do we need to care about that?
I have a degree in psychology. By
That's
the
what
way,
I'm saying.
A bachelor's of science, but that doesn't really mean anything because I do believe that although we do have proof and research has been done and studies and all of that, like I put on my post like a month ago, there's nothing in a book that you can learn from like real true life experience. Like when some people go to school, you're going to school, you're doing your you're reading this text, so you're knowing what like cognitive psychology means, you're knowing what all this stuff means, mm-hmm. but that still will not prepare you for the real world, mm-hmm. and for dealing with people that have these different issues. That's why like nowadays when people are trying to get jobs in like the field of like social services and all of that, mm-hmm. they ask you about like your cultural sensitivity, they ask you about your history, your work history dealing with people with barriers.
Cultural sensitivity is a thing now in interviews?
It's a training that is always mostly given out in various nonprofits. And I'm trying to like implement my own cultural sensitivity training because I mean
that makes sense.
I'm on both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to implement and create my own cultural sensitivity training. But yeah, if you've lived in Iowa your whole life and you went to school and you got your degree, but you come to Southeast DC, what do you think? Like I don't care.
Shock.
It's nothing that a book can teach you.
Yeah.
And your uncomfortability is going to show when you're dealing with somebody from Berry Farms, if you will, and they going off and they spazzing, or they coming in beating their feet because they off the dipper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to know. But me as your colleague, I'm going to know right away what's going on.
Right.
Some people don't even know what PCP is or what it does. You
may not have ever seen a drug addict.
Yeah, you might have taken an elective that tells you about drugs, but you've
never seen it firsthand.
Yeah,
true. Very true.
That's that. But to answer your question, I'm sorry, because this don't even got nothing to do with our... We don't ever keep up with our thing.
No, and that's why the show be 2 hours.
To answer your question, there's a such thing called ACEs, and that's adverse childhood experiences, and that is very prevalent. And there's a list of things that a child could have gone through as a child that will trigger them and will almost predetermine that they will have like problems as they get older, and because of like trauma and just things that they experience growing up, like an incarcerated parent. Just it's a whole slew of things.
So understanding why they do what they do helps you to deal with them. Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
You can't
because most people, the first thing that most people say is when you try to say, well, he was abused as a child, everybody always, that's no excuse. They always goes to an excuse.
When people say that, of course, I do feel a way, or you know how some people say we all have the same 24 hours in the day. If they've gone straight through, got a double master's, and they're living this life, then they sometimes say like we all got the same 24 hours. But if we
don't all live the same 24 hours, though.
And we can, but I could have 3 kids. They have the same mom and the same dad. All of my 3 kids could all have different reactions to whatever they have been through.
Thing, right?
One of them could have been through something that the other one didn't. So you can't base it on nobody but the individual person.
I agree with that.
So when people say that, I do feel a way, like you don't know that person's story. And you know, I've been a hard worker my whole life. Thank God that I had the mental wherewithal. But I don't know what is not like motivating somebody to do something.
That's true.
And you know, like
but I will say this. Now that's very true, but also that's still not going to affect how I feel about something. Being as though you were traumatized as a child and you did whatever you did to me, it's not going to change and make me soften to what the fuck you did to me. Because at certain points,
no, definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? Because at certain points you can't blame that or excuse that because of that. You're grown now and you had ample opportunity to address that and get help for yourself. You chose not to. You chose to crutch it.
I mean, I still feel a way about that as well.
Okay.
Some people have been in like foster care, if you will, and they have feel like the system has like terrorized them.
Okay.
So they don't choose to do certain things when it comes to the system. So it's always like a reason behind things.
And it seems like it's all up to the individual. It's a case by case.
Last but not least, dang, Tone, you made me
what?
You made me forget my train of thought. What I was about to say. Girl. It wasn't about we all got the same 24 hours. I can't remember, but it was something very good. But you made me forget.
I'm sorry. See, I keep trying to not interrupt you.
It's fine. It's fine because you brought up and some great discussion came out of it, and it'll come to me. But it's definitely something about like how people think, live, and move and stuff. But anyway,
what are the comments saying? What are they talking about?
Okay, so last comment I saw is Rita saying HD lace. Then Will say
right, girl.
Will say I ain't going to therapy. I already know I'm crazy, so why pay somebody to tell me?
Because they can tell you why you crazy.
My job is not particularly for DC residents, but you can't just come there. You have to be referred there by a hospital or a CSA, which is a core service agency. I'll talk to you off camera, Rita. Okay, Brown Sugar's in here. JoJo Cruz. Okay, now wait a minute.
Okay, wait.
JoJo Cruz.
Yes.
We got
to shout him out.
We got a celeb in our comments.
Yes, we do.
JoJo was on Good Day DC Friday. I don't know if y'all saw me saying, look at it.
And he's going to have a recurring role there where he shoots the gossip. Make sure you check out JoJoCruz.com. And you know why he's here? Because I told him to make sure he tunes into the show and put his information in the comments so that y'all can get y'all gossip from him.
I watched the show.
It was phenomenal.
It was about various reality shows. JoJo, you better get back into Vanderpump Rules. I saw you saying, I watched the first season, but now I'm going to get back into it.
Okay, I
never watched that. I skimmed through. I'm not a reality show person because I don't like what they do. But JoJo, I will tell you this: on the second episode of the SWV and Escape,
was that good?
I cried twice.
Why the fuck did you cry?
Tone, don't do that.
Tina, because you do too much.
No, it was very...
Okay, what part made you cry, girl?
Okay. Tasha and her sister Tamika, they're going through a very tumultuous time right now. And they
beefing?
Really bad. And their mother clearly and blatantly has favoritism for Latasha, which is her oldest child. And if you know about psychology, the birth order is very important to psychology.
You did
very important
on that a couple of shows ago.
First thing you meet somebody that's coming in, Ask them if they're the only child. If they say no, ask them the birth order. That will tell you a lot. The older child has leadership. A lot of times they were the first to the mother. They cling to the mom. The middle child always feels invisible, always feel not loved. The baby.
Do you feel like I act like a middle child? Cause I feel like I act like I'm the take charge person of my family.
I don't feel, being as though you and Pinky were raised, you know, separate from your little sister, and y'all were much older when she was born. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't.
We was in our 20s.
Y'all was like 2, 6, and 8. So it's a difference.
Okay.
But so no.
Oh, that matters.
Yeah, you don't have middle child syndrome.
Because
anyway,
I'm
sorry, y'all.
Anyway, check out JoJo Cruz.
But wait a minute,
JoJo,
JoJo, speak on this. But yeah, it's very sad to see them argue like this over money, to see her mother treats one a certain way. She does it like, she told them to cut off the camera. She called Tamika and was like, basically she'll beat her down.
What?
But being as though they're in the South and they're very religious, she uses it under the guise of the Lord and your family comes first or whatever, but they the ones doing her wrong.
But do Tamika got a legit...
Yeah, she does. And
Oh.
Tasha, y'all know I take up for Tasha. Anytime I'm doing a top 5 R&B, I'm doing this and that, I take up her. But Tasha has lost her mind, and it's all because of her husband.
And I do see JoJo saying that Tasha did some type of gospel album.
JoJo said Tasha and mother ain't ish. JoJo said, thanks, love y'all. He said, hello, everyone. Oh, Mama Nita is in here.
Hey, Mama. Listen, she was asking me how to get on the show. My mama on the show. Y'all show her some love.
Mama Nita.
Hey, Mama Nita
So
in the comments.
Tone's mom, Anita DeVise, is in here. Okay, Mama Nita said, hello, everyone. This is my first time, but I do watch it on YouTube. Thanks, Mama Nita.
Hey, y'all, and why my stepfather, who is not tech savvy.
Johnny, if you watching, what's up?
No, he really think that we're celebrities on like Channel 5 or something.
Johnny knew we been celebrities.
No, right. Okay, Johnny already know the order, girl. But he really think when my mother pull it up on YouTube that it's like Fox 5 or something. Johnny be like, did y'all see them on, they on cable? Did you see them?
You know he on.
So shout out to my stepdaddy. He always made us feel like we were celebrities all growing up.
Mama Nita doing her round. She said hi, Will, and all of that to her nephew and so on.
Speak to the people, Nita.
Okay.
All right.
Will said she was with Sirius the other day. Oh, Will, I heard about that. Tasha Scott that we was talking about from Escape. She was at Air Friday with him and Scooby. Will, if you got that footage, put it on the Talks with Tone and Teena page for
Definitely
me.
post that.
Tracy said, hey, Tone's mama.
Thank you, Tracy.
Angela's in here. And Angela, wait, we got all celebrities tonight.
Angela who?
Angela White, let daughter.
Girl.
Angela has a recurring weekly role on, what's that
Married
show?
to Medicine?
No. Love and Marriage DC.
Yeah, Love and Marriage.
Angela has a weekly role. She's on there every week on Angela, when you fell up against that wall crying, I said, Angela, I've known her since she was born.
I was about to say that sound like her.
I said, Angela ain't changed a day. It wasn't funny because somebody was in a car accident.
Oh,
but Angela has always been super
dramatic as fuck. Even as a child, girl, you was dramatic as fuck.
Yeah, so we got a little celebrity.
Yes, we
celebrities
do.
in the building tonight.
We love that the celebs came through to say hey.
Look at Angela talking about laughing my ass off, please. Okay, we ain't gonna call you by your nickname and embarrass you and all of that on here.
Right.
Let's get it professional.
Because you know we know it.
Yeah. Invite us to one of the Love and Marriage DC parties, Angela.
Definitely.
We would love to, hang with the gutter Barbies and all of that.
Period. We'll put on our best shit. You already know we gonna do it.
Okay, so it's a lot of comments. Let me go back up. Sue has made in. Sue said, hey, lady.
We was looking for you, girl. Hi.
Will has said, my aunt is on this joint. Nita. And Slaughterhouse said, Will said, Tone. Simone said, understanding is the foundation to healing and change. Will said, yeah, take that psychology over the third world and see where you get. See where that gets you. Will, stop.
Why you always start shit, Will you?
JoJo said, hey y'all, yep, diversity and inclusion training is real, and many companies aren't implementing that. I
had no idea.
Because a lot of people want to come to urban areas and work, but they're not
ready,
equipped,
and
knowledgeable on real the
especially since we were talking about that the last time, where the education, when you said the thing about the black teachers, male teachers, and we were talking about how it's true because a lot of the white people come to DC and Southeast and all of that to teach because their grants are forgiven for teaching in certain areas. If they coming from, bumfuck Idaho, they definitely have not experienced what the people in Berry Farms has experienced. So they do need a buffer. They do need somebody that's going to help the fuck out of them to, acclimate to the area. So that makes sense.
Okay, Keisha B is in here.
Hey, Keish.
She agreed that Tasha and her mother ain't shit. JoJo.
Child, I'm watching that. I didn't know it was all that drama.
The only child can have like of course, a myriad of different experiences depending on the household and the upbringing and like the family dynamic of the house. They could either be very spoiled.
Yeah.
They could be very much a leader because they have they might stay at home, latchkey kid type of thing. Mm-hmm. So it could be all different kinds of ways for an only child. Okay, Angela said, Keisha B said, what do they say about, that was Keisha. 2 people must have said that. Or maybe my eyes playing tricks on me. Mm. Yeah. That's what Tasha mother said, Angela. It's a mess. Angela said it's a mess, and Tasha mother kept saying, God gonna see you through it. And
girl, and I hate when people use
Angela said God does not operate in confusion.
I swear.
Will said she was. Oh, we said that.
I can't stand and black people do it the most. They rely, especially when they dead wrong. That's when they go back to God. When you call them on their shit, God don't like this, and you, especially older people, you don't like it. God don't like you disrespecting your elders. Me asking you to clarify yourself and say what you mean is disrespectful. Like what the fuck?
Will, you about to get blocked for the night.
What did he say?
Well, we gonna get to the next question, Mo. Okay, Angela said they're still filming, and she said she got us, and she said, are we going to the concert? And I assume you're talking about that concert on April the 7th. I think it's with Escape and some people. We're just going to be getting in from out of town, so no, we won't be going.
Yeah, we won't.
Nay is in here. She said, I'm scared to join because I'm in the bed right now, and y'all know too much tea. Nay, you the one that knows the tea, girl.
You said Nate the one with the popping page, right? With all the drama.
Yes. She don't, not on her page.
No, on her, but
if you write something, she'll come in with, she'll come in with the words.
Okay.
Okay, so we're moving on. I feel like nobody really answered that question.
Us too.
You never answered it.
I did.
What did you say?
I said communication.
Okay, so the question was, what should couples always do together besides sex?
They should always
Mama
talk.
Nita, you've been married to Johnny for what?
She been with Johnny for almost 30 years. I remember the day y'all got
married.
Shout out to her and Johnny. They just had their anniversary on her birthday on the 8th.
So what is something you and Johnny love to do together? Because I see y'all all over PG County, and you ride shotgun,
girl,
and
they be
y'all be in a grocery store and all of that. So
child.
what do y'all do together? Something I think that couples should always do together is like have fun. I feel like I just feel like nowadays with everybody working so much, and there are some couples that barely really say any words to each other. Everybody's into
routine.
Yeah, everybody's into either work or their phone or whatever, and they're not like stopping to like relax and enjoy each other. So I say have fun, whatever that looks like for you. Bowling, singing, whatever, church, whatever you do.
So kind of like just togetherness.
Yes. Because a lot of married people and like couples that live common law, their life is based around their children. Mm-hmm. So sometimes, like, there's a married lady that was going on a trip with her husband. She worked with my sister, and she said she really didn't want to go because the kids weren't going, and the kids have always been a buffer. And she really
she don't want to be with him.
She really got to the point. He feels the same way. He subsequently ended up leaving. But they have been together for like 17 years. But that happens a lot. When you create a life around the kids and everything, you're going on a trip, but you're getting the kids together. You're in a pool with the kids. You're doing this and that. Y'all really not.
At some point, she realized she didn't like him as a person. Mm-hmm. So she started putting the kids in everything they did.
And he did too. They both did it.
Yeah, but they probably didn't like each other as people, but we got together for whatever reason. We were in love at some point.
Bottom line is we
stopped falling in love. Yeah, and life started happening. So, yeah, that's what that was. They should have left each other.
Okay, and they said I got some works now. Nate, spill that tea. Eddie is in here.
Hey,
Eddie was a guest co-host with us about 2 weeks ago at my job.
Oh, Eddie!
Yeah.
Our triple co-host, Eddie.
Yes.
Hey, Eddie.
Simone, Brown Sugar Simone said a couple
Simone.
should pray together.
That's a good one.
I feel like that's a great one.
Yeah.
Nay said I had 2 couples going through. Hold up, I gotta put my shit down.
What?
Nay said I love it. Nay said I have 2 couples going through some BS, aka divorce over craziness. Tracy said I put some answers in the chat. I gotta go back up. Tracy and Sue be kind of like, Deboing me about the comments.
Monitor.
Yeah. And they said, yeah, my friend been sleeping on the sofa. Girl, that's half the people, but whatever. And they said, okay,
but those be the ones that's posting that we in love.
Eddie said a couple should smoke weed, travel, and shoot guns together.
I'm for that.
I never been to the gun range. If y'all been to the gun range, put that in the comments.
Oh, I'm going.
Keisha B said couples should laugh and enjoy relaxing time together.
We and Tia taking the class. This 2 for $500. You want to get in on it?
You know, Super Say What teacher class?
Fuck no.
Yeah, to get your license, to get your conceal and carry license.
Super Say What if you want here? Put that in the comments.
Tag Super Say What somebody.
Yeah, put that in the comments. Because the person we found was 2 for $500 that Tania found.
He's licensed to teach.
All right.
So yeah,
I would love to keep it in the family. So somebody find him and put it in the comments.
Tag Super Say What. His name is David Williams Bay on here.
Winters Bay.
Mm-hmm. David Winters Bay.
Yes.
Okay. They said, oh my God, y'all hitting the shit, but I need to hang up because the one I'm laying beside has had a traumatic divorce. Oh my God.
So we might touch a nerve, girl.
Nate, put your AirPods in. F him.
I was about to say, put some infos in, girl.
Sue says she back. Sue, we never knew you left Toots. Okay, Lauren says.
First of all, you're going to make her feel special.
Lauren says, smoke some good stuff, go boat riding, traveling, and doing dancing for hubby and I.
I'm loving the smoke weed part that everybody putting in here, y'all. I swear. Listen, that mellows you the fuck out.
I did not smoke. I did smoke weed, and I had weed juice.
I was going to say, bitch, you hit the gym.
Weed juice was the first for me.
That's what, okay, did you love it?
Yeah,
and you mellowed you the fuck out.
It was mixed with either ginger ale, I think, or Sprite.
Okay, and it mellowed you out, right?
Yes.
You were very receptive.
Yes.
Everybody should smoke together.
Eddie said, hey, y'all. Brown Sugar said, hey, Tone. These might be old. Mama Nita said, just been each other's company. Excuse me.
That's all you need. You don't need tricks and all of that. My mother, who said...
Mama Nita in the comments.
My mother said, and you can take it from my mother, who said, all you need is to be in each other's company.
And
go see a matinee.
So the question is, what should couples do together besides having sex? Will say getting high makes everything better.
Always.
A lot, and
that's true.
And it's prescribed a lot to people with depression and pain
and anxiety
and all of that kind of stuff.
No, real talk. Weed mellows you the fuck out. Listen, I would be on 10. If I didn't smoke, I would be on motherfucking 10. Everybody would get it. I probably would have got killed by now. Road rage alone. How people jumping out on people and all that.
I can't say I've seen no changes in Tanette. I've known Tanette since
Giovanni!
I've known her since she was 13.
I used to be on 10. Now I'm on like 5 or 4.
Maybe like 8. And I just attributed that to your age. I take 2 away from you for getting older, but I
Tina, so you saying my attitude back then and my attitude now
you never
is the
had
same?
bad attitude, in my opinion.
I used to go off about nothing.
But it wasn't like over the top to me. It wasn't. It was.
I don't know how to take that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't.
It wasn't over the top. Okay, we're going to move.
All right, next question.
We're going to move to the next question. Spinning the block.
Okay.
Do y'all know what spinning the block means?
Yes, definitely.
Spinning the block is re-engaging or dating an ex. Say you got divorced. Say you were with a guy for 5 years and y'all got divorced. Mm-hmm. Would you ever reconsider dating him? Say you had a boyfriend in 12th grade. Y'all broke up. Y'all 30 now. Would you ever date him again? Would you ever reconsider spinning the block?
So first of all, I feel attacked. And second of all...
Wait, Alex is there with Sue and he's watching it. Alex said you cap and Tone, you still be on 10.
Alex, you are my comrade. I can't believe you would say that about me.
Akila is in here.
No, I'm like, real talk. I don't know what the fuck Tina
Brown
talking
Sugar
about.
said not. Okay, Sue, let Sue.
Okay, Sue, tell me.
Sue is her bestie, so Sue want to keep it real. Sue, what do she be on now?
I say I went from a 10 to like a 4. These bitches say an 8.
Akila, we can't go. We're on like our 4th question, so we can't go back. But the question we're on now is: would you ever spin the block? Meaning, if you dated someone or you were married to someone and you guys broke up, would you ever re-engage with them? Would you ever recommit to them?
Like I said, I feel attacked. However, it's warranted. I've been dating the same.
Sue said she'll say you a 7.
Okay, I said.
Tone gave herself a 5.
I said a 4. Bitch.
Oh, you gave yourself a 4. Mama Nita said no way. So that means she's talking about Tone falling out. Somebody tag out in these comments.
He just started learning how to do his profile picture, girl.
It's getting juicy
with
now.
my parents and my family. Why the fuck are y'all showing out? The streeters are showing out. Anyway, I feel like
Sue said drunk you is a 10.
How about high me? A 6?
Okay.
I'm trying to be.
Akila said she would definitely, absolutely not spin the block.
Okay.
Brown Sugar
That's
said,
what I'm
don't
saying.
do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Listen.
Mignon said, I have but would. What's that mean? Because you being sneaky.
Yeah.
You have but would?
Yeah, what you trying to say,
I have but would is the same thing.
What you trying to say, girl?
Yeah,
Are you
what
currently, what's happening?
I have but would.
I will say this. I've been dating the same like 4 to 5 people, seriously dating, for
over
like
and over
30 years. So that's why I say I feel attacked. Spinning the block, I am famous for spinning the block.
Why do you think you do that?
I don't know. But I will say this. Every time I've spent the block, not every time, but I would say 80% of the time that I spent the block, they were different people. They had matured or advanced in some way.
Okay.
It might not have been how far I was willing to go, but they wasn't the same people that I left before.
Okay, do you think that you've ever spent the block out of because you're so familiar with them? And because I often hear so many people saying, I don't like to meet new people and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Familiarity and just convenience.
I'm not one to, I don't care about meeting new people. I talk to people every day. But it is a difference when you're being in a relationship with a person. And I think that has a lot to do with it because I'm not a motherfucker that share my business. I'm not a person that opens up to people so easily. So if you already know me, I would rather that I feel comfortable with that versus me getting to know somebody new, getting through your lies, trying to figure out if you a fuck nigga or not. Like, I already know that shit.
So you do feel like that?
On certain occasions, yes. That's not the reason why I spent the block every time. The reason why I spent the block, my current situation, is because I honestly feel like that's the only person that I've ever truly loved. Like, that's the person you've seen for yourself. When somebody that even looked like him came in the building, I fucking stopped breathing. Like, that's the person that I've always loved. Bitch, please, I can't tell you why. I'll be trying to figure it out. I said it to him today. Bitch, why? But I don't know. That's just who it is. But other reasons, like if I'm trying to bide my time or whatever, I'm going for familiarity.
I'm kind of like on the fence.
I don't never remember you spinning the block.
I've never spent the block.
No. When it's done for her, it's done.
Yeah, I've never spent the block. I love meeting people. I will meet 1,000 new people over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Like I invite that. I know some people will mess with somebody. Not saying that it's always a bad relationship, but they'll stick with somebody for complacency reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I will meet 5 people before I do that. You know what I'm saying? So I've never spent the block.
Do you feel like when you leave, you've left for a reason and there's no need to revisit that?
I do feel like that away, and I'm just really big on like my feelings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I leave, I feel like if my feelings are over, I don't see me getting those feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see it coming. We could be the best of friends and all of that, but I don't see me like getting back to that warm and fuzzy feeling. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it.
Okay, so that's the difference though. Tell me if that's the difference for y'all. I feel like there in 2 instances there was unresolved. Me and him broke up. Me and these 2 people broke up because they cheated. So it didn't take away from my feelings for them. I just didn't want to be with them because they cheated. So when I spent the block, it was easy because that, like, so to speak, to get that old thing back kind of thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what made me spend the block with them 2.
So you wanted to capture what once was.
Well, when I seen them and we rekindled, it did recapture.
Okay.
Because the feelings wasn't gone. It was because you did something to me that made me cut you off.
But getting cheated on, if you will, didn't make you kind of like, well, I don't ever want to go there again type deal?
No. Because in the grand scheme of things, once I'm over the shit, I'm over. Like, even listen, I've been cheated on, and I'm still cool with motherfuckers. That's not necessarily meaning I'm going to ever date you again. But I'm cool with somebody. I'm still cool with all my exes for real.
Yeah, you are.
Tina showing out in the car.
She said, Tone, please, in all caps.
What?
Tina said, I ain't never going back to somebody who cheated.
Tina
got her, you know what I'm saying? She got her non-negotiable. I feel like everybody
does. Tina, let me tell you something. Everybody has their non-negotiables. But for me, once you cheated on me and it's over with and it's years then passed.
Years.
I don't give a fuck about that no more. I don't care that you cheated on me at 21 and we 40 now. Like,
okay, but do you ever think like, oh, because Tina had posted a post today and Tina said a lady got cheated on by her husband. Her and her husband. Okay, moving on to the next question. My next question, I'm going to save that for next week because I want to have my proper research.
Okay.
So I'm going to save that for next week. That one is spirituality versus religion, but I really want.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I really want to be in tune with that one.
That's
so
gonna be a good
the
one.
next one is: should child support have purchasing restrictions?
Purchasing, as in what the person that's receiving the child support spend the money on?
Yeah. Should child support have purchasing restrictions?
No, absolutely not. I feel like the people that's on child support.
Thank you, Brown Sugar. She said, Jafani, Tina, you and Tone are everything.
Oh,
definitely
thank
growth
you.
and maturity. She said she's a Leo. I can definitely let you have it without the rah-rah.
That's what I'm saying. I think every sign got it in
Brandy,
them. But when
Brandy,
it takes
would
to
you
get
say
them
no
in,
ma'am
that's
to?
the difference.
Oh, Brandy, you said no ma'am to the restrictions?
No, you shouldn't be. Okay, let's be real.
I feel like it should.
Bitch, go first.
Okay. I feel like there should be restrictions.
Why?
Because,
what the restrictions? What should the restrictions be?
I hate to always base it on, because I've worked in the community and I've worked with, parents getting child support and their child getting severely neglected. Now I'm not one of those ones. I do believe, like, there are other things in the household. You remember when you asked me something when we did the show about child support, if I pay child support, do I buy the kid this and that? I feel like if you want to. So, hey, you know how a man sees a lady going on a trip, she getting my child support money and he paying $250.
Okay.
Bitch, nobody can get a flight anywhere for $250.
Not today.
So not in those instances, and I don't think it needs to be like a tug of war or a beefing thing, but I feel that some things should not be able to be. Now, rent, you can't say, hey, they live here, they need a room. I wouldn't have a 3-bedroom apartment if I didn't have your 2 kids. So some of your child support money is going to go toward my lights, my groceries, my rent, or whatever the case may be. But just saying kids getting like super neglected sometimes, and I feel like if they got child support, if they got Social Security, sometimes the parent has died or gotten disabled, and the child gets a check every month. Yeah, you're not gonna tell your 10-year-old, well, yeah, I get a check for you, and here's your $900. But I think that there are certain things that need to be done for the child that a lot of times falls by the wayside because of whoever that parent is. You could be a single father or a single mother. I myself paid child support, so I'm not one of those, like, what I'm saying, going against women or none of that. I paid child support. I paid it for like 2 months when Dana didn't have a job, but I paid it. You know what I'm saying?
You paid it and then said, bitch, I'm not paying it no more. Just to tell me what he needs.
No, I didn't do that. What happened was Dana contacted me and was like, I'm not working. And as soon as he got a job, he was like, you don't have to give me the money anymore.
Oh, okay.
And he gives me money from time to time. So I don't want you guys to think it's a child support beef and it got to be this way. But I do think that there should be restrictions on what a parent can buy with child support, even if I was getting child support. Because if it's truly for what it's for, it wouldn't upset you. I
feel like the total opposite. I feel like that's the minority. The minority of people spend the child support.
$250. Oh, Jawanda, when they pay $50 a week, they swear they doing something.
Cause $250, what you doing with it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like the minority of people spend child support on frivolous things and dumb shit. I feel like the majority of women that get child support.
I don't know where Toby getting her stats from.
No, I feel like the majority of women work a real job. And bitch, you just add, cause I look at y'all. Whatever the fuck dog was paying, whatever Dana was,
Dana never paid.
Okay, no. Whatever dog
I got child support. No, but I'm saying I had to put hundreds of that.
That's what I'm saying.
To make Sue's life
and
a
that's
regular
the
life.
majority of women that I know.
Yeah.
You just adding to what the fuck she's already spent. Yeah. Your daughter or son is not lowballed. They in extracurricular activities. They got the latest shit on. Those the bitches I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
so you're just adding to what she's already spent. Even if you're giving her $500 a month,
the average can't eat more than $50 a week. More than $50 in 2 days.
But even if you're giving her $500 a month, she still spent that on clothes and groceries for the first and second week.
I concur with you, but everybody is not the same.
That's why I say I feel like what you're saying is the minority.
That's not hardly to the minority because you don't work and serve certain people. You just see your friends or your family or whatever they got.
But you just getting the DMV stats, so ain't that the same thing?
I'm not just getting the DMV stats. I'm not doing no stats for real, but it happens all over the country.
So where are you getting your information from? Y'all say I'm in the minority. Y'all know where the fuck I'm getting my shit from. Where y'all getting your shit from?
I'm getting mine off of just real knowledge. You know what I'm saying? People that
my shit ain't real knowledge.
People that I have met. You have not met nobody that you feel falls into this. So you're going to.
I have.
Okay.
I've lived it.
And do you feel like they lowball their kids?
Yes. So they lowball the fuck out of their kids.
So you don't.
But out of the people that I know that lowballs their kids and do that type of shit, I know way more women who don't. That's why I'm saying I feel like that's the minority. No, out of 100,000 people, I feel like that's 10%.
I don't. 10%.
Yeah.
No.
10,000 people is a lot of people, but 90 is doing what they supposed to do. No. No, I'm gonna say 50 doing what they supposed to do.
Please.
40 is in the middle.
Efforts on that.
You don't think that? Okay, so what's the more accurate numbers?
I can't say because we have not conducted a survey.
Okay, so here on Talks with Tone and Teena,
we have not conducted a survey.
Y'all put that in the comments. What y'all think the percentage is?
I just feel that, again.
So what? Okay, so if you feel like it should be regulated, what would the restrictions be for you? Could she spend this money on a vacation if she's already covered the rent and their school supplies?
On a vacation for her or the kids?
For herself.
No.
So under no circumstances could she spend.
It's the same thing.
Or he spent.
Listen, if I say I spent the money on school supplies for the kids, or I say I use my money, so I'm waiting until I get the child support to pay for my trip. You know, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So no, if you're just borrowing the $250 from the child support, if you will, then no, that's not the same thing. But just let me backtrack into my situation when I was receiving child support and my daughter was like 12. She was already, fancy. So her child support did literally nothing for her lifestyle. So I'm not knocking nobody that get child support because I put to her lifestyle. But I have worked with families who they got child support and their kids barely had food. Their kids barely had shoes. Their kids barely had extracurricular activities, like things of that nature. So I feel like if it's a restriction overall, and if you're doing the right thing, the restriction wouldn't bother you.
Yeah.
If I'm taking care of my kids 1,000-fold, I don't care what child support say I can do with the money. And then on the other end of the person paying child support, yeah, they shouldn't police every move you make because they don't know where that money is coming from. But at the same token, they can feel a little relief as well. Like, ain't no way I gotta go pick up my goddamn kids and they out here looking like this. And I give this heifer $700 or whatever.
Okay, on a situation like that, I do agree with that. If you're okay, let's say your
or if my child really wants to take an extracurricular activity and the mom is like, oh, well, I don't have the money for it. And you're like, I pay you $1,100 in child support. And you're adamant about, well, I'm not paying that because you don't have to. The mom don't have to pay it if it's not court order. So she's going to keep the 11 and do what she wants. And if the father really wants his child to do it, he's going to pay even more. Or the mother, vice versa. It's not about a man or a woman.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Whoever the non-custodial parent is.
Thank you, Mama Nita.
I think that the non-custodial...
Oh, the 11, they're not me.
The non-custodial parent, I do agree. I don't feel like they should have a say-so, but if the mother is not making enough money and she has other kids, that's not that father's problem. That's not that child's problem. They should not be hindered in any way. Like you just said, they want to do an extracurricular activity. That's not, if you got a fucking child, if you got 4 other kids.
I'm going to read the comments, y'all.
If you got 4 other kids, that ain't got shit to do with that father or that child. They should still be able to do what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with you on that. But if I'm if my child don't never come out raggedy, I'm never.
Brandy's going off. Go ahead.
What is Brandy saying?
Brandy said not because some BAN, we know what that means. Thinks their baby should be in Jordans. It's not even about Jordans. No, it's not even about. It's not about any of that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not about materialistic things.
If the child is being taken care of, that's my whole point, Brandy. If the child is being
Tina said she's a statistician and she'll try to find a study. Okay,
great. Please put it in Talks with Tone and Teena.
Yeah, we're going to revisit it. We're going to revisit it next week.
But I do, Brandy, that's exactly what I'm saying. If the child is being taken care of, then no, you shouldn't have a say so.
Tina using all her college stuff now.
Okay.
Tina said anecdotal evidence isn't enough to make a sweeping rule. I took stats 1 and 2 and barely passed. I don't want to hear that, Tina.
I took stats 101.
Put the stats in here when you get just give us the layman's terms.
I took stats 101.
Jawanda said I like saying EBT should have restrictions. They getting them crabs.
What?
I never saw.
I
never saw why. Like, I feel like when the pandemic was on, people were so bothered about people getting crabs. People down the wolf. They actually got upset.
I never gave a fuck. I never understood why people gave a fuck what people buying in groceries.
And people got extra the kids got food stamps. The kids in school got PEBT.
Yeah.
Then you got an abundance of extra food stamps. It was food stamps was popping.
And it was for sale, girl.
A lot of times I always on Facebook like all people want to do is go down the wolf. I never cared about what nobody else ate. If somebody want to buy crab legs, that's their prerogative. All I care about is your child eating. That's all I care about.
If I want to buy my family some crab legs,
a bushel.
Yeah, why would you ever care?
I've seen like millions of posts about that.
But what, Jawanda, I'm asking you directly because you mentioned it. What does that do for you that your tax dollars is going to buy this person crab legs? Why are you offended by that? Legit question, no judgment. I really want to know.
Let me just say this though, because I always have to bring this up too. There's a lot of people that get food stamps that work every day. So guess what? They pay taxes as well. There's a lot of people that are on Section 8 that are police officers, that are nurses. If you have a certain amount of children, then that means you may qualify for services. DC has raised what they consider like the median income now. It's like $75,000 and $80,000.
Yeah, because
you may qualify.
Minimum wage is $16 an hour. That's like what, 30, almost 40 grand, 35 grand.
Yeah, it's
before taxes.
Yeah. So, but I just like to always say that like people, especially if I'm a mother of 5 and I work, I always say this, me and you work at the same job. I got 5 kids, you got 0. You're going to apply for food stamps and they're going to decline you because of your income. I'm going to apply and I'm going to get food stamps because I have 5 other mouths to feed. So, food stamps and all of that stuff, people that work every day pays for that stuff.
But I've always wondered why people even care about that's to me, that's the equivalent of you judging what the fuck is in somebody's cart when you go to the grocery store and you look at it. Like, I never understood why
I might look at somebody's cart and in my head, that Arms of an Angel commercial come in my head. Because I know my cart ain't going to look shit like that. You might hear me.
They do me nice, girl.
I might look at somebody's cart, especially when it's the mother and one of the kids and they got 2.
Right.
You might just hear me saying, I be looking at their cart like, I just be having my little basket. I know I'm only getting 3 or 4 things. I don't need nothing heavy.
Hey, you know what's else?
They be having the Haagen-Dazs. I be like, damn.
They be having the shit. Damn. They had them, Murray Steakums is $16 now. They got 2 or 3 packs of them.
Yeah, so, I'm glad that a mama is out here buying hella groceries.
Okay, because the alternative is they buying a whole bunch of processed bullshit that's $2 and $3 and packs of noodles. Like, why would you want those kids to eat like that? Because their mother.
Brandy said she not gonna lie, she judge carts.
Why?
Jawanda said, I was saying putting a restriction on child support was like putting restrictions on EBT purchases. So she said she wasn't saying,
you comparing the two. Okay, got you.
Tina said people are obsessed with what people eat and wear because they don't think poor people deserve nice things. Let people have stuff. Jawanda said, I don't care what they buy as long as they continue to sell them to me.
Period, Jawanda.
Jawanda said, as long as they give me the half and half.
Girl.
They getting beside themselves now. They want 30-70 now.
And 60-40.
Then you got to drive out Ohio to get the card, and then I need the card back in Ohio by tonight. I be like, you can keep them. I'm one person. I don't need that much food.
Bitch, I ain't doing all that. I'm never doing all that. Oh, they be want to ride with you with the card, too, to go to the store. Bitch, you're not riding.
If you want to keep calling me for your card, Keep
I'm
your card.
Gucci.
Let me, yeah.
I'm Gucci.
Okay, Lauren said people be looking at me and when I'm in a grocery store with my cart because she has a family of 7. If you got a large,
Lauren, God damn, for real?
my sister goes grocery shopping every Sunday and spends hundreds of dollars every Sunday because she has a family and she cooks for her family every single day. That's still going to trump.
And she
eating
makes
out.
a great living, so it ain't no stamps and all that. Like, well, she ain't.
Well, anytime stamps come, honestly, I
no, but
extend
what
it
I'm
to her
saying is,
first.
if you look at Molly's card, you think that it's the first. She get.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
Yeah, but anytime I get stamps, I call her because
She
I'll
be
be
the
like,
first.
what am I going to do with them?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was that. You say no restriction on child support. I say
I don't think it should
restriction.
be a restriction.
You're not getting that HD $700 bust down.
Now I do. Okay, but how about this? This HD $700 bust down wig.
Yeah,
bitch?
you're not getting that. You're not getting that with Junior child support.
Okay, I do agree with this. If you give your child support out and you notice that your child can't participate in the activities, they looking raggedy. By the government standards, they just have to be clothed. But I'm spending money on my child and I don't see it reflected in what my child. I feel like you should be able to go back to court and say, I feel like there should be a review of some sort on what my money, like an audit type situation.
But I feel like moreover, when a person agrees to have a baby, of course, people don't like to have what they consider uncomfortable conversations, or they just don't like to approach things.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get pregnant, conversations need to be held. I don't care if you married, if you been together with them, things happen. Over time, stuff change, and it's not going to be always kumbaya.
So we need to
So I
revisit.
think you should always come to an arrangement first. And I think more non-custodial parents, I'm not just going to say men, but most of the time it's men.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to step up to the plate more up front and get joint custody. You do all this crying, you do all this hemming and hawing and crying, but you're welcome to the child too. The mother don't gotta keep the child or gotta have Junior over here hungry. You get him if you care that much.
And joint custody assures that whatever is being spent is being, you can
Equally,
see it. Yeah.
They got stuff over your house. They're over here.
Yeah,
amount of time.
I don't need to give you shit because the money that I spend on clothes that I would have gave to you is at my house in his closet. So yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like that needs to be more. When people worrying about weddings and pregnancies because they want to put that on the woman, we need to do that more.
But so many people are so worried about being taken up for child support, they're never going to go file. I've known a couple of men who
take it out to child support.
They filed for custody.
Okay. Our last question. I did want to loosely touch on the Sierra situation. I mean, I know it's been going OD.
Sierra with the dress.
Yeah, I know it's been going OD for the past 2 days, so I didn't want to go overboard with it. But I did say that I was going to bring it up tonight. Tina bodied somebody in my comments.
Oh shit!
Earlier. Well, first the lady Inga, she made a post on this man's page. He got up early this morning and made a post about Sierra and Russell Wilson. So she came and said, "Where's your wife? Why is you?"
Oh, I saw that. She did go in.
So then somebody said something. Then Tina came and was like, "Yeah, I just looked at your profile. Trust me, you ain't got to worry about it."
Tina. So Tina, you do choose violence every day.
Choose violence every day.
I didn't believe her when she said that. So you seem like you are choosing violence, girl.
Tina said, "I just came from off your profile. It was
you
Tom.
Ain't got to worry about
shit." Tom, and he told me to tag him. I'm not. When he got on here, I grew up with his father. But yeah, so
Tom said, "Who the fuck you playing with?"
He was like, he wasn't offended. He's just like a boy version of her.
Oh, okay.
So he laughed and he was like, "Oh, when you go," I was like, "We gonna read the comments on Talks with Tone and Teena tonight." He was like, "When you go on there, tell me or whatever."
You should have tagged him.
But yeah, so I just wanted to speak on that. First of all, the bottom line is, first and foremost, we all know people can wear what they want. There was, now that I've gotten more information, there was a theme to the party that she went to. And
they thought she wore it to the Oscars. She wore it to an after party.
And it was a theme, like a Barely There theme, and everybody, in any shape, color, they all had on mesh.
Barely There.
I personally did not like the outfit, but it was not because it was see-through. I didn't care about that. I just thought it was hideous. And the bob wig was hideous as well. Then they start making a big deal about Russell Wilson's facial expression. Tina went to get Exhibit A, another picture from a different time when Sierra was fully clothed and Russell had that same facial expression. You standing on a red carpet taking pictures looking every which way, you're not going to be cheesing the entire time.
Well, and that's number one. And number two, they take pictures on the red carpet like... It's not pose...
It ain't like how we do ours.
Yeah, it's
no. Let me do
9,000.
them over.
Yeah, it's 9,000 pictures in like 60 seconds. So yeah, they're gonna catch a fucked up expression.
Then it says she looked like a slut.
And you have to remember, photographers choose what they're going to show.
Purposely, so
if it's showing that
attention.
they look like they job beefing, it's going to bring conversation.
Yeah,
that's the picture they're going to choose.
That, yeah.
That's number one. But I just never understood, like I said in the comments of Talks with Tone and Teena, I've never understood how people look at a single still picture.
Brandy.
What Brandy say?
Brandy said she looked a damn mess.
I agree.
Brandy said, I'm not going to lie, I hate the comparison, but I think we hold Sierra to a higher standard.
I don't hold her to any
nobody.
standard.
Brandy, when I say literally, I don't care if you're a lawyer, a doctor, a priest, the Pope. We done seen Catholic priests suck D. I don't hold nobody to a higher standard. I base people, if I know them off their character, if I know you on the internet, I don't hold you to no standard.
Child, that's number one, but Sierra ain't never been no saint.
But people are mad because they feel like Sierra got a good guy. That's the bottom line. Because she had a baby by Future. She was like Future 4th or 5th baby mother. You know, she was at the concert hanging with the baby mother.
But Russell Wilson met her at her concert when she had on barely no clothes. And he knew what the fuck he was marrying.
And people just feel away. You know, first and foremost, it's chatty patty men. I will say, when I saw women saying something, they was more like, you know, I'm disappointed in her. Why? So you're a regular person. But when I saw men saying it, she's a whore, she's a slut, he needs to leave her alone. I see why Future probably didn't leave her alone. She might have left Future alone.
She did leave Future alone because he cheated on her.
Russell was the better. Oh, okay.
No, he cheated on her. He cheated on her. With, she made a whole song about it.
We know Catholic priests have, you know, slobbed on little kids' knobs. So we don't ever put nobody on a pedestal.
Here's what I was saying was, I never understood people who look at a still photo and make up a whole scenario about somebody's life. You look at one picture from one after party and you assume that Russell Wilson he's depressed, and the reason he's depressed because she wore this outfit. Like, where the fuck do y'all come up with this shit at?
That's her husband. She's gonna clear.
Somebody could have just said, "Hey, Russell," and the nigga said, "Huh?" And they took that picture and y'all coming, oh, it's because of the dress she wearing.
Common sense is going to tell you, first of all, she's going to clear what she's going to wear with him.
Obviously.
Before. That's one. Then two, she's an entertainer. You know, entertainers are going to wear certain things at certain times.
Other people are not.
And then, like we saw, it was a themed party. They were at a themed party, and her outfit was very much, you know, representative of the theme, and everybody was dressed in certain mesh fashions.
And let's not assume that just like
Cena
how
made it in on the dress information.
Cena, just like how y'all try y'all outfits on for y'all niggas, trust and believe Sierra do that too.
I just don't know what problem with that goddamn
dress. And that dress was a mess.
Lord, what was on your mind?
Good God, the whole look was a mess. But she ran it past him first. Don't think she did.
Brandy said, who says I'm going to get naked and put on a ash brown Dora wig?
That's what I'm saying. The whole look was hideous, Brandy. But she ran it by Russell first.
Tracy said people looked at that pic and evaluated these folks' whole lives.
That's what I'm saying.
That is sad, Tracy.
Girl, it's sad.
And Tracy said, and someone else said the standard mess too. They are all the entertainment industry. Like, what standard is that? Like, what was they saying? Like, CeCe and Russell are standard. Brandy said I was more disappointed in the driest wig. Tina said I got smoke for everybody about my girl Sierra. JoJo said I agree, Tina. I didn't like the outfit, but I don't like the Sierra hate. They always hate on her.
And they do.
Cena said the dress and hair was ugly, but her husband knew what she had on, and she left out the house. They left out the house together.
That's what I'm saying.
If he's not worried about it, why would he give a fuck? Why would I? Even if he was worried about it, why would I? It's not my business. Why are we so invested in other couples' marriages, and what they deem acceptable? And the main thing is, he looked at that outfit and said, "Babe, you look bomb as fuck." That's why she left out it. Oh, McGorry.
I agree 100%, Tina.
McGorry said McGorry said the theme of the Vanity Fair party was barely there.
Right.
I've seen her look way better, but I get it.
Right.
Keisha B said I didn't think it was her usual caliber. No, I think Tina or somebody pulled up about a slew of CC, and she looked,
that was her typical.
that was dressed compared to some of her
Well,
stuff.
honestly speaking, I didn't see what the big hoopla was because
but
I was like Tina.
she said she usually hits out of the park. I guess with her wardrobe, we
no.
know she can pull it off, but it wasn't a cute outfit.
Well, for me, Sierra's a hit and miss for me.
Why would